everybody, I wanted to preface this 240 box magazine video by saying that my camera cut out about 3/4 halfway through all the recording I was doing for it, so I wasn't able to get as much footage of me modifying the actual box magazine as I wanted to. That being said, I'll try and roll some B footage and show you as much as I can of the actual box magazine so you can see as much of the modifying as possible. And of course, if you have any questions, go ahead, go down in the comments, go ahead and ask, and I will do the best I can to answer. That being said, let's go ahead and start the video. Hello everybody, my name is Milsim Lance, and I am here to show you and present to you my very first video on this channel. And that video is the conversion from the Ecka 1 M240 standard box mag into a US Army 100 round issued nutsack. Basically, I'm going to be taking the internals from this box magazine and throwing it into this nutsack for a much more portable man-operated system with the 240. Now, the magazine capacity will go down. From what I've heard, it goes down from about 4,000 to about 1,500 to 2,000. But for me, that's not really that big of a problem because it's still a support weapon and that's still more ammo than really anybody has on the field. And with how this 100 round nutsack comes apart, it makes it very, very easy to refill. In fact, all I would need to do is pretty much just pour BBs down this opening. Okay, so let's go ahead and take apart this box mag and see how it would fit in here before we start any modifications. Go ahead and take this baby out. Okay, grab some tools now. Now I'm just going to open this baby up right here. I'm going to disconnect the wire, and then I'm just going to take apart this system here so it's easier to disassemble. So these two screws right here will require a 4mm Allen key. So we're going to have to take out this metal spring here, and this is the feeding tube where all the BBs come through, so we're going to have to remove this tiny little Allen key right here and slip it out. For this little Allen key right here, you're going to need a 1.5mm Allen key, and then it just slides out. And then because we have disconnected the internal wiring that runs in tandem with the box mag and the battery, I can go ahead and just slip this out of the box. And then out the bottom right here, the metal spring will just slide back into the box mag, as so. And then from here, we can just pull the box mag out of the fabric container. So go ahead and just throw that away. And then here is the cardboard box magazine that everyone loves to bitch about, but I think is pretty okay. But I highly recommend that you do this modification, simply because it's going to make your life a lot easier. So let's go ahead and pull this out, and there you have it. That is the that's what's running your box mag. Now I really like this design. It's really simplified compared to something like the M249 box mag, which just completely sucks. But let's go ahead and throw this into the 100 round nutsack and see what modifications would need to be done. So for the nutsack, I kind of want to go over it first before I throw it in there. Obviously, it's a really good construction. It's a pretty simple system. It's just a fabric container, and this is all steel right here, and this is solid steel and American sex appeal right here. To open up this little nutsack, there's two tabs on each side, and you just press them and pull out. And then it has a button and Velcro enclosure. Okay, so we're gonna lay the magazine out like this, and then we're gonna throw this baby in there and see exactly what would need to be done. Okay, so it obviously fits in there, but it doesn't fit in as well as I thought it would. So it's definitely gonna have to take some modification. Okay, here is the finished product. As you can see, it's much slimmer than the original box mag. And here's what the internals look like. Now, on the sides of this pouch are these two little plastic inserts. I cut open the pouch just enough to pull these inserts out, and I removed them and threw them away. Then I dremeled off this metal bracket here. It stood right here on the side, and the main reason I removed this is simply because it had no use here in this box magazine. In order to get the airsoft mounting bracket on there, I pretty much had to remove this bar, and as you can see, it's pretty twisted up. I don't have anything to remove rivets, so I had to take my Dremel and I had to cut the back of the rivets and pretty much punch them out and then twist the metal bar off with some tools that I had. Then I had to take the holes that were there for the rivets, which were way too small, and I took a 5/16 drill bit and I basically just drilled those holes out to be larger. Then just took a knife and I cut a little slit right here for the metal spring feeding system and the electrical wire. Overall, I'm very pleased, and I'm going to run some footage right now of me throwing it on to the actual weapon itself to show you just how much more low profile this is.